everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bhavika, and on my channel I talk about anything and everything. Today's video is going to be me showing how I created my writing hub on Notion for the book series that I'm currently writing, and just all the details in it. I had posted a video on my Instagram and TikTok and had a few requests on showing how I created mine, so that's what today's video is going to be. And if you are interested, then keep on watching. And then while we're here, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share the video. Now before we get started, I do want to say that the layouts that I do create for myself on Notion are purely so that I can easily access everything. I'm the type of person that if I have to go searching for everything, then I'm not going to use it. And this is something that I want to be functional for myself and I actually use, so then it's not just a waste of time. So for me, everything has to be just displayed all up front at once, and hopefully it's not chaotic looking. For me it makes sense, but you know, everyone's brain's different. So just wanted to give you a heads up on how my brain processes putting things in Notion, because there are so many different ways you can create it and make it your own, and it's just about finding what makes your brain happy. So let's get started. Okay, so we're on a new page, and I'm going to label this. I don't have a title for this new series that I'm developing right now, so we're just gonna call it, maybe if I can spell, Magical Dark Academia. Okay. I've also never, for the record, done this, so my typing might be a little atrocious, just so you know. So here's this. What I do first, just for my personal preference, is I go here to the settings, change it to that font because I like it, and then I do full width so I can use the entire page on Notion. So that's what it currently looks like. So what I'm gonna do here, just to get the creative side started, is I'm gonna add a cover. So just gonna upload one. I had created a little what do we call it? What's it called? Oh my goodness, why am I blanking? Here we go. A mood board. There we go. I had created a little mood board, and that's what I'm using here. You're not going to see it all, but you know, it just gets the vibes for what the story is. And then I'm also going to add an icon. This is something that's totally up to you if you want to do it. Again, it's just to make it pretty. And the icons show on your sidebar, so then it kind of has like a little label. So that's what I personally like, and here is that so far. Now to really get started, I have made a list that I'm going to follow, so I make sure I cover everything. So we're gonna create the character section. Now you're gonna use the slashes a lot, so I like heading 2. So this is gonna be my characters. And what I like about Notion is that you can customize stuff. So for this one, because I like things to flow, we're gonna go with the green vibe. So this is going to be green. And here, what I like is for each of my characters to have their own like little sheets. So I'm going to do a database, and just here we're gonna hide the title. So I like to change the view automatically, the layout. So what I'm going to change it to is gallery, and this way I can see the character cards, which you'll see here shortly. So the preview is going to be the cover page, and we're gonna keep it at medium. And I think that looks good for right now. So we're gonna do a new page. I'm gonna add my character. We're gonna call this one FMC. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to create a template for my character profiles, just so I can have them for every single time I create a new character. And this is for me and my personal preference, because I like to have like the basic information all easy to view. So for this template, I'm just going to name it character profile template. And then what I like to do is I'm going to create a table here. We're gonna make it just, actually we're gonna delete that because I like two. For here it'll be like nicknames, age, hair color, and then to add more, you can just hit the plus sign, or you can drag for however many you want. Hair color, eye color, build, power, key features, which are usually, like for me, when I say key features, they're usually like if someone has a scar that keeps coming up repetitively, or like something about like that identifies them. And we'll just leave it at that for right now. And you can also customize this here, so you can make this a header column, make it a color and such. And also I changed this to the same font because that's what I like. And then when I'm ready to use this, it will pop up like this here. Maybe down here I'll put let's do heading 3. We'll name this like character background. Make that into a color, and then I have space to list stuff out. So that's like the general character profile. Depending on the story, it usually things change, I add stuff. So then I'm just going to click out of it. So then when I click in here, now you see that there is the character profile template, which I click and then it generates right there. So that's great for doing this. What you can also do is add a cover here as well. And this is when I like to use like photos from Pinterest that just are what I like, the closest thing to my character art that I can. So I'm just gonna click this one here. And so we have that as well. And then this page is specifically just for that character. And I can also add an icon like usual. So we'll just, we'll add this one just for funsies. And then when you click out, you have it right here, and you can see the entire photo that I've used, as well as the name and the little icon. And say I want to create a new character right here. We'll call this friend, and then I click character template, and it's right there. And then I don't have to recreate it over and over and over and over again, which is helpful, because then when I'm thinking of like if I decide I want to add another character, or if there's someone that I think of on the spot, I can just automatically add it to the list of characters that I have so I remember. And the template's there, and I can put in the key information when I added them, chapter, etc, etc, etc. So that is what I like to do. The next thing I like to add is location. So for me, location is very important to have because, I mean, you're going through different places, and there might be certain locations that are, you know, used more than others, but I like to have it because then I can just keep up with the continuity of my story. So when I do that, I usually just do page, and then it opens up a new page, and I can say that this is the school. And in here, I could just put in magical, whatever I really want to, like magical, if I can spell, magical school, add images, and I like leave notes to myself or whatever, but this is a location, so anything pertaining to the location that I need to put for ways to describe and stuff, I'll just add it right here. And then I want to go back, so I just click back there, and then we see the little school page, and I can change the icon. I can change the icon. Let's see. We'll just add a little school icon there just to make it cute. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of the way that it looks right now, but what I like to do is I like to have all the things that I need first and then play around with laying it out. So I'm gonna add everything that I usually put for my stories, like for this one in particular, just what I think would be important, and then I will come back and show how to like rearrange it and make it fit. So okay, so I've added everything that I wanted into Notion for right now in terms of the headers that I'd like. So now I'm just gonna play around with things. So I created a table of contents, which just essentially just links everything and it takes you there. So you're gonna see these these 6 dots right here, and it says drag to move or click to open. I'm gonna take this and drag it up, and you're gonna see these blue lines over here that will show you where you're dropping the item to. So now it's showing right here. Now what I'm gonna do is, because they are different sections, you kind of have to play around and see what you like, and like it won't move everything at once because they're not linked. So like this gallery right here, I'm going to drag it and put it right under the characters. Now, I don't like how this looks. So there's this line here, and you can also shift the way, maybe. There we go, maybe. You can shift the way you want it to look. So I'm gonna move that there and expands it, makes it smaller. Also, Control Z is going to be your friend. I am still learning how to use Notion. I don't really know all the key features on it, so it's a lot of toggling and making it look the way you want. So for location, I will leave that there, and what I want to do is I'm going to make these two go together because I feel like that is important. And then, where did I put it? The random ideas I'm gonna put over here because for me that is important. And I'll just add this as a page. And what that is, like, random ideas for me are just like scenes that I think of, and I like that to be at the top, so then I can just quickly add something. If I'm on my phone, I can just type it real quick and have it there and just there to reference. Usually I handwrite, but you know, in case I can't handwrite something and it's like an idea I need to really get into it, I just put it there. Now what I'm gonna do is, say you wanna add a picture. We're gonna do the slash and then add image and upload one. So we'll go here. What photo do I wanna upload? We'll add this one. Now this is huge. I don't need it this big. So I'm just gonna size it down and also drag. And I'm gonna put that right there. And toggle with it. See how I like it. Yada, yada, yada. And honestly, I mess around with it. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Probably just gonna speed run through this and mess around with it. And you can just see how I play around with all the features on here. lastly, what I like to do is when in particular, I know as of right now for a fact that this series is going to be 3 books. So far, hopefully it does stay 3 books and it doesn't expand more than that, but I like to have sections for each particular book when I know when it's going to happen. So like if I have any ideas or things that I need to remember or continuity such, I can throw it into those sections. So what I just do is make another heading and I'll just label it book 1, book 2. And headings are just really dependent on how big you want them to be. That's totally up to you. And your own preference. And depending on how many things you put in, it creates the columns for you. So just for funsies, I'm just gonna add another image. Let's do this one. So I'm gonna put this one over here. And then because I'm me, I have to make sure all the headers have colors first. And because I just want to make it even more pretty and add more pictures because I have them, let's see. Let's add this one. There we go. And if there's too much space, you can just, take it out. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I do get a little finicky with stuff because I like the lines and the headers to all equal out, but sometimes it doesn't work and it's fine. It's totally fine. You can figure it out. But for today's purposes, this is what I have going on as of right now with this. I know that the one thing that does get annoying, I will say, about Notion is that it likes to highlight everything when you don't want it to highlight, and it just it does bother me. So for this, I'll probably just do a new page and then have it there and I can dump information. I can, have as many pages as I want. And then, yeah, and then it just is ever expanding. So it's as big as you want it to be for your page. So you can just continue to go through. There are other ways where you can put things like pages within pages and such. I don't like doing that because, like I said, I'm the type of person who I need to see everything, and if I don't see it, I'm just gonna forget about it and that it exists, and then it'll just get lost in the void for me to never remember again. So this is it for me. I like the way that it looks currently. It's not a story that I'm writing at the moment, but I hope to in the future. And this will probably change just based on whatever I come up with and if other things need to be added. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this helps all the writers out there or anyone who just needs another way to use Notion. I definitely don't know how to use every single thing in here. There's so much that Notion has to offer. I haven't learned it so far, so maybe in the future I'll make an updated video if I learn something new that I find very useful in the creative sense. But this is generally how I've created my writing hub, and I like I said, I hope it helps, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leave a comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. I am going to try to get back to making long form videos again, and being more consistent with that. So if you like videos like this, I do post a lot of my writing journey on my Instagram and TikTok, which I'll link here. You can follow me there, see that how that's going. I also make shorts for that as well. But writing is not the only thing that I'm going to be talking about here soon. I want to go back to everything that I used to do and what I said that this channel was going to be. So if you're interested in books, movies, TV shows, anything creative, animes, webtoons, basically anything, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.